This assumes that you already have Unity Hub installed. If you haven't installed that, look in the notes to this video for the proper video instruction for how to get Unity Hub. So this is Unity Hub. I will start a new project. It will ask me which editor version if you have more than one. Ketone Crush is made with 2022.3.62. So this one right here. And it's a 2D game, so we'll use this 2D core right here. We need to give it a name. And then click Create Project. It'll probably take some time for this to actually create the project. You should see something like this appear. When it's done, we'll start working on the next step. So I've made a starter package that will give you all the assets you need to start making games with the Ketone Crush template. To find that, this is Google, but it doesn't really matter what your browser is. bit.ly/chem with Unity will take you to a Google Drive. So continue to destination. And it looks like this on my machine. There's a number of different starter projects. You want the one that says Ketone Crush right here. And just download that. So click the three dots and download that. And that's all you need to do from here. Here it is verified. It's in my downloads folder. There it is. So this is Unity after it's loaded up. There are two main views in Unity. There's game and scene. I'll just show you this is scene view. This is game view. So if yours doesn't look exactly like mine, maybe change the view. Want to import the starter package. So go to Assets, Import Package, Custom Package. Then you need to find the starter package, the Ketone Crush Starter Package, but then you just click on it and say Open. It should come up with a window that shows all the things that you're importing, and you say Import. So after it's imported, nothing changes on your screen, but if you go to File, Open Scene, you should have a number of folders. Open the Scenes folder and choose Ketone Crush 3.0. Open. In the game view, it should look like this. If you press play, it should look like this. And this is a playable game within Unity. You can switch the tile positions. You can try to match. It's a playable game. Before you start making your own game, I suggest you save as. But here I go to File, Save As. It'll be a new scene. So open the Scenes folder and say whatever you want to call it. And then click Save. And now this is experiment. If you mess this up, nobody cares. On the left, this is called the hierarchy. These are game objects in the scene. Some are visible, some are invisible. The most important ones to start with will be CSV Reader and Picture Manager. These are the master controls for what appears on the tiles. So we'll start with CSV Reader. So if you click on it, then on the right, you'll see there's a script attached. It's read CSV for Candy Crush. This is the important data. There's Excel data. It's a CSV, comma separated values. So if you click on that, double click on that, it comes up as, for me, it comes up in Excel. It'll come up in some spreadsheet editor for you. And here you can see these are just the words that appear on the tiles in Ketone Crush. So this is a simple way to input the data into Unity. And you can modify this to be anything you want. So once again, I suggest you save as. So this is your experimental copy. File, save as. For me, this came up automatically. I'm hoping the same is true for you. That this is the folder where I just opened this document from. So if I put it in that folder again, and I give it a new name, CSV experiment. Then once again, you can mess it up and nobody cares. You do want to use it as CSV. So this warning comes up. Keep using that format. Say yes. All right, so then we'll go back to Unity and I'll show you how to link it. So I've gone back to Unity. CSV Reader is highlighted in the hierarchy. CSV1 Ketone Crush is here, but we want to change that to the experiment. So it should be as easy as click on the circle with a dot. These are assets in the project. For me, the CSV experiment is right here. It's alphabetical order for me. So I click that, double click it, and now it says CSV experiment. So now anything I put in this CSV will appear on these tiles. So now we're ready to look at the Picture Manager. Over here on the left in the hierarchy, Picture Manager, there's a little gray triangle next to it. So click that, and it expands all the actual pictures that are in this project. So there's two steps really. One is to get the pictures or make the pictures, and second is to put them in the right place in Unity so that they'll appear on the tiles when you press play. The way it works is there's a word like ketone, and it searches for the same word in the headings under Picture Manager, and it assigns one of the pictures of ketones. So in this case, it's right here. This is acetone 3D model. So if we look at this in Unity, if I double click this ketone here and go to Scene View, so click Scene at the top, I'm hoping you can see that this is the acetone model here, and the other ketone model is cyclohexanone, written a completely different way. But every one of these game objects corresponds to a picture in Unity. So I'll go try to get a different ketone. Why not? So here I'll just go to my web And Wikimedia has been good for me because it's all free stuff. It's common. People have donated stuff to Wikimedia. So I'll choose images here. And let's just say butanone. That's a ketone. And I have a number of images to choose from, the 3D model, the 2D shorthand, a little more information here. So let me just take this one, I'll click it, and I can just save this as, save image as. So I did a right click, save image as. So I just put it in downloads, and butanone, I can get rid of some of the excess verbiage, and it's a PNG. That's what I use for my Unity projects, and say save. So now I'm going to take that picture that I just took from the web. It's in downloads. I will Control-C copy, and now I need to find the folder, the assets folder for the actual Unity project. So for me, that's Ketone Crush Demo. Under Assets, Molecular Structures has all my pictures of the molecules. And so I can Control-V, paste that in, and now I have butanone. So to make sure I did it right, I'm here in Unity. There's an Assets folder here. If you need to click it, click it. There's a subfolder, Molecular Structures here. And I'm looking for butanone. And it's here. I see it. So I did that right. And it should come up as a texture type. If I click on it, texture type, sprite. So that means it's ready to use for Unity. To put it into the project, I will highlight one of the ketone game objects here on the left. I will duplicate it using Control-D. You can also use the menu, right-click, duplicate. And you get another ketone, but it comes up with 1. For it to be read by Unity correctly in this project, you need to take away the 1 and just say ketone, because it's going to look for an exact match between the word on the tile and the name of the picture. So I made a ketone. I got 3 ketones now. Let's click the one I just made and look on the right. Sprite renderer right now says cyclohexanone, but we want that now to be the new butanone. So similar to before, I could click the circle with the dot. But an alternative is to just say, I've got the picture right here already shown. I can click it, drag it, and now you can see on the screen, that's my butanone picture right there. So I've done it. I've added a new picture to my picture manager library. It's a ketone, so I have to match the word exactly. It's butanone that I stole from Wikimedia. So that's the mechanics for how to get the images, make the words. You're ready to make a game of your own design. So I suggest you start with this experiment. The CSV, you can change everything here. You need to have at least 8 different categories. More is better, but at least 8. And then you would need to have those same words appear here in the picture manager. You can make the pictures be anything you want. but the name of the game object needs to match the words that are in the CSV, in the spreadsheet. I think a great game to make would be a nomenclature game. You could start with simple things like methane, propane, butane. You could then add things like 2-chloropropane, 1-chloropropane. And then you would have to have images that match those structures.